Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm meteorologist Brandon Lashbeck with you tonight on this Monday edition of FSU Weather. Bill Campbell right now is looking pretty nice. We've got some cumulus clouds hiding that sun a little bit as we head toward the sunset hours. Currently sitting at 93 degrees with a nice east wind at 13 miles an hour. Across the area, temperatures in the mid-90s to upper 80s, 86 over in Apalachicola, 91 Thomasville, 95 up there in Bainbridge. Radar right now is showing those showers and storms progressing toward the west from that sea breeze. We'll dive into those a little bit more later on, but a lot of lightning associated with those, so stay indoors if you're in Panama City or in Vernon as those head toward the west. And for today's headlines, what we'll be talking about is that lower humidity into our region, keeping those rain chances pretty low, tracking the rain and the monsoon over in the southwest, and temperatures across Florida continue to climb as this heat wave progresses. All that and more on FSU Weather tonight. But Bill Campbell Stadium right now is showing these nice sunny conditions, partly cloudy with those cumulus clouds. 93 degrees is our current temperature. So today our high was 96 degrees, so thankfully it wasn't around 100 as a record of 104, but that will change later on this week. But our low was 74, which is above average for this time of year, with 91 is the average high. Radar right now is showing those showers and storms moving toward the west. You can see those nice cumulonimbus, clouds and the satellite popping up. But these have a lot of lightning associated with them just northwest of Panama City as sea breeze convection tries to kick off today. Most of the rain chances will be toward our west and a little bit of showers and storms down by Cross City as well from that sea breeze. And temperatures in the mid-90s across most of the region, a little bit lower 90s as you go a little bit toward the coast. It's going to be a little bit cooler by the coast. With those that marine influence and a little bit warmer as you go away from the coast and more inland. And we can see dew points in the area, 57 in Thomasville, 72 Monticello, and in Valdosta, 60. So that drier air is working its way in from the northeast into our region, which is going to help suppress some of those rain chances as we go on toward the week. And today's heat index is, right now we're seeing 99 in Tallahassee, 101 in Quincy, and 90 up in Thomasville, so definitely feeling the heat again today, coupled with the more moisture dew points toward our south. But we do have a lot of heat today, so please be safe and stay hydrated as you decide to go out today. Winds are showing that easterly flow as we are around the ridge, the southeastern side of that ridge. So the winds are from the east and helping kick off that sea breeze convection of that onshore flow by the coast. And for tonight, for the overnight hours, we see temperatures that will be reaching the mid-70s across the air, so about 74 Tallahassee, 73 up there in Thomasville, a little bit warmer toward the coast, 76 over in Apalachicola, and also in St. Mark's for 76. For tomorrow morning, again, as I always say, go in the morning. Around 7 a.m., 72 degrees, and it's only going to heat up as you go on toward the afternoon and to the early evening hours before we get to our high temperature. But for the next couple of days, our future radars can show the shower storms die out and not much on the radar to speak of as you go into Tuesday as that dry air works its way in. For tomorrow, 97 in Tallahassee, a little bit warmer up there in Bainbridge, 98 in Bainbridge, 97 Thomasville, so it's definitely going to be warming up again tomorrow. That heat is just not going to go anywhere. But for the week ahead, we see rain chances die off for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but they will return come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And high temperatures forecasted to be around 100, 104 on Wednesday possibly, and 103 on Thursday. So the heat is going to come in with those lower rain chances. So I'll stick with you for the southeast right now. Miami is looking pretty cloudy right now at 85 degrees. Clemson, South Carolina, 87. Charlotte, North Carolina, 83, and Atlanta, Georgia is under some clear, partly high clouds in the area, about 90 degrees there. And across the rest of the region, we're seeing 79 in Tampa, where we got some storms in that area, keeping them a little bit more cooler. So places that have seen rain so far is going to have that rain cooling effect. And warmer as you go toward the northwest, 97 in Shreveport, 95 74 up there in Little Rock. And here is that dry air. You can see those lightly colored greens working its way in from the northeast, from that high pressure ridge, as the flow is from the northeast, so it's going to bring down those cooler, drier conditions to help suppress some of that rainfall. But as you go to the west, a little more moist in the atmosphere, 72 in New Orleans, 66 in Jackson, and warmer, more moist down in Florida, 74 in Miami. And today's heat index right now, we're seeing heat indices in the 90s and in hundreds. I mean, Shreveport, 100 degrees right there, 99 Jackson, so definitely pretty hot up there as what the temperature would feel like. And on the radar, we can see most of the rain in the area is going to be confined to Florida from that sea breeze convection, as we typically get them in the summertime. But see some storms and showers popping off around Alabama, Mississippi, and most of it is coming into the Florida area with those storms moving toward the Gulf. And we see the winds are from the east generally. So here's that ridge, that clockwise rotation is pushing in, helping to bring all that sea breeze in Florida for sure. So winds are around 10 miles an hour throughout most of the area, about 7 in Shreveport, and about 9 over there in Tampa. And let's see, we go on to our next graphic for another 72 rainfall forecast. We see most of the rain is going to be in Florida, a little bit over in Mississippi and New Orleans, and some more in the northeast where we're expected to get more rain in the Carolinas. And for our future radar, we see where that rainfall is going to be at around Florida, the southern Florida, where we have some of that sea breeze convection, and then our next system was going to be moving in from the northeast. I can see some rain off into the Atlantic, and there's our next system of weather coming in. But for the overnight hours, temperatures will be in the 70s across most of the area, and tomorrow as well, and up into the 90s. So right now, I'll go ahead and pass off to Wanique. She's got a lot to talk about in our national forecast.
Thank you, Brandon. As you mentioned, we have tons of information to talk about, and it's still very, very hot across the nation. We do have some good news for our neighbors in the Southwest. They are hopefully going to see some rain in the next couple of days, so we'll get into that and why that is right now. So right now in Tallahassee, we are at 93 degrees, 92 in New Orleans, and 85 in Miami. So still very, very hot across the nation. Now for our heat index, we have 99 in Tallahassee, so that's that feels like temperature right now. It's a little better than last week. We were in the hundreds last week, but we're still very, very hot. 99 in New Orleans, and you can see by the coast they're a lot cooler, 66 in Seattle and 78 in San Francisco. Now, right now we have a low pressure system moving through, so we have some scattered thunderstorms and showers popping up over the Montana area, and we have a backdoor front right now pushing through Florida. So that is bringing us a little bit of relief from those hot heat conditions, but we are still sitting in the 90s as you saw. So for our water vapor map right here, we can see that ridge is still pretty much dominant over the southeast and southwest, but we do have a low pressure system pushing through right now. So again, that should aid in some relief for us in the next couple of days. Now for our storm outlook, currently our neighbors to the west are in a non-severe and marginal risk in this area right here, but you can see in the Minneapolis area they are in for a moderate risk, and that is because of that low pressure system moving through. Now for our drought monitor, it is very hot and very dry in the southwest. So right now, Texas and the areas in Utah and Colorado are very, very dry. You can see that they're in an extreme drought risk right now. And as we progress and move forward and zoom in a little bit right now, you can see that red area very, very pronounced in New Mexico. So it is very, very dry and very, very apt to fire conditions. So we're keeping an eye on that as well. Now, as I mentioned before, we will possibly see some rain in the next couple of days, and you can see that line of storms kind of pushing through right there. But with that rain comes the chance of flooding because those drought conditions have made that ground not really susceptible to absorb that heat. So we will see some flood warnings right now. This area right here is under a flood watch, so we're keeping an eye on that, but that is an active alert currently right now because of those conditions. Now for tomorrow, our storm outlook has this area right here pretty much in a non-severe and marginal risk, so we're looking better as the week progresses. Now for our rainfall forecast, We have some rain pushing through right now, as I mentioned in the southwest. We have a couple of showers popping up throughout the southeast and Tallahassee, so we should see those rain chances pop up in the next couple of days, I would say about Wednesday. Now for tonight's temperatures, we're sitting at 72 in Tallahassee, a nice cool 72, 79 in New Orleans, and right now you can see our friends in Texas are at 79 and 77, so a lot nicer tonight for those temperatures. Now for tomorrow's forecast, we are at 97 for Tallahassee, 92 in New Orleans, and then 100 and 101 in Texas. So those are not those feels like temperatures, those are those actual temperatures for Texas. Now we're going to progress and show you some temperatures and some conditions right now in Florida. So Florida right now is really, really warm all across the board. We're seeing those hot conditions really persist across the nation from Pensacola to Key West. It's a little cooler by the coast at 87 in Key West and 85 in Miami, but right now you can see in Tallahassee and the Big Bend we're very, very warm at 93. Now moving forward, we'll look at our dew point. So we are in those dew point ranges that are pretty comfortable, not too severe, not too close to those temperatures, so we're not too moist. However, that is keeping that heat at bay for us and giving us a little bit of relief. Now for our future radar, you can see we have some active storms popping up and some cloud cover over the next couple of days, but nothing too severe. And for our future radar, we're going to look at city by city, and we're going to move up the coast. So we're going to start with Miami, 80s across the board. They'll see some enhanced chances of rain on Tuesday, but it will be very, very sunny moving into Thursday. And as we progress to Tampa, Tampa is at the mid to high 90s for the rest of this week. So we'll see very low rain chances for Tampa, but very, very warm. Orlando is very warm as well, sitting at 90. That range will increase and move to 97 on Thursday with a 47% chance of rain. And for Jacksonville will get very, very warm on Thursday. You can see they will be at 100 degrees with a no really chance for rain, so they will be very, very hot. In Pensacola, again, still very, very hot, 92 on Tuesday, and they will warm up to 101 on Thursday. Now, as we look at our storm outlook for Florida, we can see right here that this whole central to South Florida is in for a marginal storm risk, so not too severe and a lot better than what we've been seeing. Now for tonight's forecast, we are at 72 in Tallahassee, so very comfortable, 73 in Fort Myers, and 76 in Miami. Now for tomorrow's forecast, we're still going to be warm, sitting at 97 in Tallahassee, 86 in Miami, 90 in Orlando, and 91 in Jacksonville. But now I'm going to pass it to Brandon for a look at our local.
Yes, I will bring it back home locally with this, again, beautiful shot of Doak Campbell Stadium with those cumulus clouds in the region. We're currently sitting at, I believe it was 93 degrees still in the area, 74 degrees actually right here in Tallahassee. And so this is for tonight's forecast. So 74 is going to be our low for tonight, and into the mid-70s for most of the area, a little bit warmer as you go by the coast. And here's that radar again. Here are the storms moving toward the west. Some of them are starting to die out. Another one right here is kicking off again. So north of Panama City and southwest of Cyprus, this one is popping off with a lot of lightning from that storm system. So if you're in those areas by the beaches, be careful of that lightning, because lightning can strike around 25 miles away from its parent storm. So exercise caution if you're going to be outside in those areas. But those storms will die off and move toward the west as we go into the overnight hours. And tomorrow, not much is going to be on the radar. Some partly cloudy skies, possibly, but that dry air is going to help for sure suppress some of those rain chances. And tonight and here in Tallahassee, 71 degrees is going to be our temperature. Partly cloudy skies with that southeast wind at 4 miles an hour. So it's a nice night to get outside and go walk around the town. It won't be extremely muggy. It won't be like perfect, like sometimes winter-like conditions, but be a nice night to get outside and go walk around the town. And as we go into the next week, the rest of this week actually, it's going to be very hot as we go into Tuesday and Thursday. But if you like us, you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU also on Facebook at FSU Weather. And if you like us right now, you can follow us and watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU Weather, as well as Instagram at FSU Weather. So I'll show you the 7-day forecast one more time. As we go into the rest of this week, it's going to be very hot with temperatures reaching possibly 100 degrees on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Rain chances minimal, and they'll kick back again with some more rain chances as we go into the weekend. Please stay safe, have a great night. And meteorologist Brandon Lastrick with you today.